Good day, everyone. So for today, we will be having the post-lab discussion on experiment 3, wherein this is the cellular reproduction. So ito yung experiment na ginawa natin last week, Wednesday, wherein we have viewed a slide wherein nandun yung mga different stages of mitosis. So the main topic in here is cellular reproduction, specifically kung paano nagdi-divide yung cells, okay? So for this experiment, the focus is plant mitosis. So kailangan natin maintindihan kung ano yung mga nangyayari sa isang cell habang nagre-ready siya at nagdi-divide, okay? So, for example, kapag lumalaki yung isang plant, hindi naman isang cell lang yung responsible dun sa growth na yon. Kailangan gumawa din yung plant ng maraming bagong cells. So, for the learning objective of this discussion, so after the experiment and after this post-lab, the goal is to examine and identify the different stages of plant mitosis. So, hindi lang natin kailangan malaman yung names na stages, but kailangan natin makilala kung ano yung mga stages ng mitosis na yun at kung ano yung makikita natin dun sa mga stages na yan, especially kapag tinitignan natin yung mga cells under the microscope. Okay? So, yun. So, on this discussion, we will be able to differentiate what are the different stages of mitosis, wherein these are the prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. Okay? Based on what is happening dun sa chromosomes. Okay? So, before we talk about the mitosis, kailangan muna nating malaman kung saan ito commonly makikita sa plants, okay? So, these are called the meristematic cells, okay? Yung meristematic cells are undifferentiated plant cells na responsible for continuous growth and development ng plants. Makikita sila sa mga specific areas like meristems kung saan mas maraming cells ang actively dividing or nagdi-divide, okay? So, for simpler explanation, think of meristematic cells as the growth cells of the plants, okay? So, sila yung maraming ginagawa na cell division para continuous yung growth ng plant, okay? So, for example, yung tip ng ugat ng plant, kailangan doon mas maraming bagong cells kasi continuous na humahaba yung mga roots. Ganun siya, okay? Next slide, we have the mitotic spindle. So, ito yung structure na tumutulong sa pag-separate ng duplicated chromosomes. So, basically, kapag nagdi-divide yung cell, kailangan ma-distribute niya ng tama yung mga chromosomes dun sa dalawang bagong cells. Okay? So, yung mitotic spindle will make sure na one complete cell goes to each daughter cell. Okay? I-make sure niya na one complete set yung mapupunta to each daughter cell. Okay? So, in simpler explanation, para mas magets, for example, we have 2 box. Kailangan nating hatiin yung mga gamit equally dun sa 2 box. Okay? Parang yung spindle, mitotic spindle is like the delivery system that helps move the chromosomes to the correct side. Okay? And you have to take note that the spindle is made up of microtubules, which is made up of protein subunits that we call tubulin. Okay? Next slide, we have an image of the mitotic spindle. So, sa image or picture na to, ma-observe ninyo yung spindle fibers. Makikita natin na they extend toward the chromosomes. Okay? So, later, makikita natin kung paano sila tumutulong sa pag-position at pag-separate ng chromosomes during the mitosis. Okay? So, for you to be able to remember this one in an easier way, think of it that spindle is equivalent to the movement and separation of the chromosomes. Okay? Pag narinig nyo na agad si spindle, movement and separation of chromosomes agad. Okay? Next slide, we have the chromosomes. So, chromosomes are the coiled structures made up of DNA and proteins. Kapag yung cell nagre-ready na siya for division, the DNA becomes more condensed and organized into chromosomes. Okay? So, think of DNA as a very long thread. Kung naiiwan natin siyang loose, magiging magulo. So, before cell division, the DNA is packed or coiled para mas madaling mag-move at mag-distribute. Okay? So, for example, parang earphones lang siya na nakakalat. Before putting them in our bag, mas okay if i-coil muna natin sila para hindi sila magulo or sabog. Okay? Next slide, on here naman, we can visualize what chromosomes look like during the cell division. So, you can notice na mas visible sila kapag condensed. Okay? So, this is important because during the mitosis, kailangan natin matrack kung saan pumupunta yung chromosomes. Okay? Next slide, we have the chromatin naman. So, now, let's differentiate chromatin from the chromosomes. Okay? So, kapag sinabi natin chromatin, this is basically a combination of your DNA and proteins. And it is composed of DNA and histone proteins, which are packed into a thin string-like fibers. Okay? So, in simpler explanation, kapag relaxed or uncondensed, hindi condensed yung DNA, we usually refer this one or call this one as chromatin. Pero kapag condensed siya, na para siyang cell division, makikita natin to or we consider this one as chromosomes. Okay? So, mag-provide tayo ng example na mas madali. For example, meron kang long piece of yarn or yarn. Okay? So, kapag loose yung yarn mo, para siyang chromatin. Pero kapag nakaayos siya, nakabuo siya, at condensed siya, mas madali siyang hawakan, para siyang chromosomes. Okay? Next, we have an image of the chromatin naman. So, sa image na to, isipin nyo na yung chromatin is parang loose genetic material inside the nucleus. So, kapag nagpe-prepare na siya for cell division, magko-condense siya para maging visible chromosomes. Okay? Next slide, we have the chromatid naman. So, chromatid is defined as one of the two identical halves of the replicated chromosome. So, after the DNA replication, one chromosome consists of two sister chromatids. Okay? So, these sister chromatids are then connected at the region that we call the centromere. Okay? So, example, para siyang photocopy. Okay? May original copy ka, then gumawa ka ng identical copy. So, the two copies are like the sister chromatids, okay? And the centromere is the region that connects them, okay? Next slide, we have an image of the chromatid. So, as you can see, we have two identical parts, and these are the sister chromatids, okay? So, they remain connected to each other until the appropriate stage of mitosis comes. And then, kapag nandun na sila sa proper time and stage, no, eventually magse-separate din sila. Next slide, we have the cellular reproduction, or also known as the cell division. So, what is cellular reproduction ba, or cell division? So, it is the process where you replicate and produce new cells, okay? So, it is very important because cells need to reproduce for the purpose of growth, development, tissue repair, and reproduction purposes. Okay? So, we have two primary methods on cellular reproduction. So, we have the mitosis and meiosis. So, later on, madidiscuss din sila. Okay? For you to be able to get what is cellular reproduction, mag-provide tayo example. For example, nasugat ka. Diba, hindi naman agad kumagaling yan. It takes a process, okay? Kasi yung katawan natin, kailangan niyang gumawa ng bagong cells para ma-repair yung damaged tissue or yung sugat. So, ganun lang din yung cellular reproduction, okay? Next, we have the mitosis on this slide. So, mitosis is defined as the nuclear division that produces two somatic cells with the same genetic complement as the original cells. Okay? So, in simple terms, one cell, then magdi-divide siya, and then after niya mag-divide, magkakaroon ng two genetically identical cells. Okay? So, example, imagine niyo meron kayong isang cell na may complete set of genetic information. Then, after mitosis, we get two cells, and each one receives an identical copy of the DNA. Same na same sila kahit nag-divide siya into two cells. Okay? So, it is easy for you to remember na kapag sinabing mitosis, tandaan nyo yung word na same. Okay? Kung paano siya nung as a whole, pag nag-divide siya, ganun pa rin siya. Okay? Next slide. So, before the actual mitosis happens, we have this stage that we call the interphase. So, during the interphase stage, no, the cell is preparing for the division. Okay? So, it grows, it replicates DNA, and then produces the proteins and organelles. For it will be needed. Okay, so the chromosomes will start to condense, then the spindle fibers begin to emerge, and the nuclear envelope eventually breaks down as the cell progresses towards the mitosis stage. Okay, so you have to take note that interphase is usually discussed at the part of the cell cycle. Pero you have to take note din na preparation stage siya before the main mitotic stages. Okay? So, in simple explanation, para siyang exam. So, before the actual exam, nag-aral ka, nag-review ka, nag-ready ka na materials and everything that you need. Okay? Pin-prepare mo na. That preparation is similar to what the cell does during the interphase change. Okay? The next slide, we have an image of the interphase stage. Okay, so this represents that the cells are on the preparation stage. Okay, so at this point, the genetic material is not yet arranged into the obvious chromosome structure that we see on the latter stages. Okay, so question, class, if the cell is preparing for division, would you expect that the DNA to already be separated into two groups? Yes or no? So the answer is no. Okay? So wala pang division na magaganap sa interphase change kasi interphase stage, okay? Kasi nga preparation stage pa lang siya, pine-prepare niya pa lang lahat. Wala pang nangyaring division on this stage, okay? Next slide, we have the prophase. So, this prophase is considered as the first true step of the mitotic process. Bakit? Sige, define natin siya and discuss na on this slide. Okay? So, this stage is when the chromatin condenses and becomes visible as distinct chromosomes. Okay? Mas distinct na siyang i-distinguish na prophase stage na siya because of the distinct chromosomes na makikita. Okay? So remember, during the previous discussion, chromatin becomes condensed, therefore the chromosomes becomes visible. Okay? And the nuclear envelope breaks down and the spindle fibers begins to form. Okay? So you have to take note that each chromosomes has two chromatid joined at the centromere. Okay? So you have to take note kapag prophase, prepare. Okay? So yan. So for this stage, the chromosomes are preparing to move. Okay? Preparing na sila to move. Okay? Next slide, still under prophase. Okay? So during the prophase, the structure involved in chromosome movement are becoming organized na. Okay? So the centrioles move forward the opposite ends of the cells. Okay? The spindle fibers also develop between the poles. Okay? And the chromosomes also begin interacting with these spindle fibers or structures. Okay? Still under the prophase stage. Okay, so in here, the kinetochore fibers interact with the spindle fibers. So the chromosomes begins to move forward toward the center of the cell. Okay, so the cell is basically getting everything ready for the chromosomes to line up properly. Okay, so in simple explanation or example, parang students yan na naka-line up before the class picture. So, hindi pa sila perfectly arranged, but they are already moving toward their proper position. Okay? So, on this slide naman, we have an image of the prophase stage. Okay? So, looking at the image, no, remember these clues. You have to check for the chromosomes if they are visible. So, it's a yes. Visible yung chromosomes on this image. if the spindle fibers are also forming, and yes, naka-form na si spindle fibers. And for the nuclear envelope, kailangan nagbe-breakdown na. Okay? And another, kailangan yung chromosomes are moving toward the center na. And yes, nagmo-move na sila papunta sa center on this image. So these are the clues that will help you identify prophase stage during the laboratory activity. Okay? Next, we have the metaphase stage. So this one is the easiest stages or stage to identify because the chromosomes are lining up at the center of the cell, specifically at the metaphase plate. Okay? So tandaan lang ninyo, pag metaphase, letter M, M siya na meta, middle. Okay? Letter M din si middle, di ba? M, M. Okay? So, for example, in real life example, no? So, imagine ninyo na may mga students na nakatayo in one straight line at the center of the classroom. So, basically, para silang chromosomes na nakapila din during the metaphase stage. Okay? Ganon. Still under the metaphase stage. Okay? So, during this stage, no? This metaphase stage, chromosomes are held at the metaphase plate. Okay? Yung mga chromosomes, nandun sila sa metaphase plate. Because of the forces coming from the spindle fibers. Okay? So, the chromosomes are attached to the spindle fibers from the opposite sides. Okay? So, this positioning is important because the chromosomes need to be properly arranged before they are separated. Okay? Next, still under the metaphase stage. So, look at the chromosomes here. What is the easiest clue for you to know that it is a metaphase stage? Kailangan naka-line up sa middle yung mga chromosomes. Okay? Kapag nakita nyo na yon agad, automatic metaphase stage na yan. Okay? Again, still under the metaphase stage, kindly check for the alignment of the chromosomes. Nasa gitna ba? The answer is yes. The chromosomes are positioned at the metaphase plate or on the middle. So, this is the characteristic appearance that we need to recognize during the microscopy. Okay? Next, so after the metaphase, next naman is anaphase. So, this is where the paired chromosomes separate. Okay? Dito na magse-separate yung mga chromosomes natin. So, the sister chromatids are pulled toward opposite ends or poles of the cell. Magse-separate nga ni. Okay? So, it is very important that you have to take note that once the sister chromatids separate, each one is already considered as a full chromosomes. Pag nag-separate na sila, automatic, they are considered as two full chromosomes. Okay? So, kindly take note na kapag anaphase, apart, separate. Diba? Kapag sinabing apart, separation. Kapag anaphase, separation, apart. Okay? So, example, imagine two people holding hands. Okay? So, during anaphase, they let go and move the opposite direction. Okay? Ganun lang din si anaphase. Okay? Still under the anaphase stage, no? So, the spindle apparatus is the one responsible for moving the daughter chromosomes toward the opposite poles. Okay? So, the chromosomes will move with their centromere leading. Okay? So, as they move to the poles, the kinetochore fibers will become shorter. Okay? So, basically, the spindle fibers are pulling the chromosomes apart. Okay? Next slide. So, we have an image of the anaphase stage. So, look carefully at the chromosomes on this image. So, unlike metaphase, they are no longer lined up in the middle. Okay? So, nag-separate na sila. Nag-pull na sila toward the opposite sides. So, that's why we can already consider and tell that it is an anaphase stage kasi nag-separate na sila. Okay? Next slide, we have telophase. Okay? So, at this point, the chromosomes have already reached the opposite poles. Okay? Now, the new nuclei begin to form around each set of the chromosomes. So, in simpler explanation, no, kung sa anaphase, naghihiwalay na yung chromosomes, sa telophase naman, binubuo niya ulit into nuclei. Okay? So, parang dalawang group siya na nakarating sa both destination nila. Tapos, yung group na yon is gagawa ng own room. Ganon siya. Okay? From separation sa anaphase, magbubuo siya ulit kay telophase. Okay? Next slide. So, during the telophase, the chromosomes begin to uncoil and return to a less condensed form. So, the genetic contents have now been divided equally into two groups. Okay? So, essentially, the cell have successfully separated the genetic material. Okay? Next slide. So, still under the telophase stage. Okay, so look at this image. Look for the two chromosomes groups that is located at the opposite sites. Okay, you may also see the formation of the two nuclei. Okay, so that is your major clue for telophase. You have to check if there is the formation of the two nuclei on the two opposite sides. Okay. Next, so after the nucleus have divided, we have the cytokinesis. Okay? Cytokinesis is the division of the cytoplasm. And the goal is to physically separate the cell into two daughter cells. Okay? So you have to take note that at the end of the cytokinesis, we have two genetically identical daughter cells. Okay? So imagine in a one classroom, divided siya into two classrooms pa. So, mitosis is mainly about dividing the genetic material, while cytokinesis naman is about actually separating the cell itself. Next slide. So, we have this diagram of the mitotic spindle during the metaphase stage. Okay? So, it shows how the spindle microtubules are attached to the sister chromatids and position the chromosomes for separation. Okay? So, for easier explanation, meron tayong dalawang groups that pulls apart from the opposite sides, no? So, while the chromosomes are being held and positioned dun sa middle or dun sa gitna, no? So, once everything is properly aligned and ready, the sister chromatids will then be separated during the anaphase stage. Okay? Next, on this slide naman, let's briefly compare this with meiosis. So, meiosis is the type of cell division involved in sexually reproducing organisms. So, unlike mitosis, meiosis reduces the chromosomes number and produces cells with the half of the original genetic informations. So, according to this slide, no, once the cell divides twice, it produces 4 cells. And these cells are the gametes or the sperms in males and eggs in females. Okay? So, in easier memorization, no, kapag mitosis, we have 2 cells with same genetic complement. Kapag naman meiosis, we have 4 cells wherein half the original genetic information lang. Okay? Next, we have an image of the different stages from interphase to telophase and cytokinesis. Okay? So, kapag sa interphase, as you observe on this picture, no, DNA is copied. Okay? Then, going to the prophase, no? So, on the prophase naman, as you can see, there is the homologous chromosome pair plus the recombination on this stage. Okay? Then, going to the metaphase naman, pag sinabing metaphase, it lights up in the middle. So, meron tayong lining up dun sa gitna. Okay? Then, going to the anaphase naman, homologous chromosome separation naman. There is the separation of your chromosomes on this stage. And then, for the telophase and the cytokinesis naman, there is the division into 2. Okay? Nagde-divide na yung cell into 2. Okay? So, kindly take note, kapag interphase going to the cytokinesis, magpe-pair, magla-line up, magpo-pull apart, and then magde-divide. Okay? Next image naman, we have the meiosis 2 naman, no? So, yung kanina, yung image kanina is the meiosis 1, okay? So, for this one naman, same stages din siya. Meron siyang prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, and cytokinesis, okay? So, for the prophase, of course, preparation stage siya, as you can see, no? Sa metaphase naman, nagkaroon na ng lining up sa middle, okay? Kapag anaphase naman, yung sister chromatids nag-separate na, and then pagdating sa telophase and cytokinesis, nagkaroon na ng cell division. You have to take note that there is 4 haploid cells on this image. Okay? Dun sa meiosis 1, yung previous slide, no, nag-separate na into pairs. But for this image naman, meiosis 2, nagkaroon na ng separation ng copies. Kaya nag-double sila. Okay? So, dun sa meiosis 1 or dun sa naunang slide dito, homologous chromosomes na yung nag-separate. But for the meiosis 2, nagkaroon na ng sister chromatid separation. Okay? Next slide. So, why is mitosis important? So, first, of course, it is important for the purpose of growth and multiplication of the cells. Okay? So, second reason, it ensures that the daughter cells receive the same number of chromosomes and therefore it will maintain the same characteristic as the parent cell. Okay? And for the third reason, it allows kasi the genetic information encoded in DNA to be passed accurately dun sa daughter cells. Okay? So, example, kapag lumaki tayo from childhood to adulthood, our body needs to produce many new cells. Okay? So, mitosis is one of the processes responsible for that. Okay? Next, so, we have already indicated the significance of the mitosis. And also, another thing about mitosis, it is also important for the wound healing and regeneration. Okay? So, for example, kapag nasugatan nga tayo, there are damaged or lost cells that is needed or that is need to be replaced or palitan. So, the cell division would help produce new cells for the repair para gumaling yung sugat. Okay? So, however, there is also a possible problem that may occur. Okay? So, if the cell division becomes uncontrolled, no, kapag hindi na siya kontrolado, it may contribute to the formation of the tumors or cancerous growth. Kapag nasobrahan yung pag-produce ng cell, pwede siya magkaroon ng problem wherein it would result to the formation of tumors or cancers. Okay? Ayan. So, for example, normally, yung mga cells is nagdi-divide or nagpo-produce and divide when needed. But if the process of losing its control and the cells continually dividing, kahit hindi naman kailangan, no, therefore, it would result to abnormal growth wherein these are the cancer, okay, or tumors. Pwede siya mag-lead into cancer or tumors, okay? So, that ends our discussion for the experiment 3 post-lab discussion. So, if you have question or inquiries or clarification, kindly PM me na lang so that I can answer your questions. Okay? So, thank you for listening. Bye-bye po.